Long before it filled our nurseries and manicured backyards, phlox belonged entirely to the wild. Some hugged rugged cliffs, while others carpeted forest floors. But today's phlox braved the open prairies. Welcome back to Bountiful Gardens. Today we're taking a deep breath to talk about a true American classic, garden phlox. Phlox is ancient Greek for flame, named centuries ago because of how it glowed across the landscape like fire. If your garden is a sanctuary for wildlife, then phlox is one of the most powerful plants you can grow. And their unique flower didn't take shape by accident. It evolved with our native pollinators over thousands of years. Notice how the flower opens into a flat face, but has a long, narrow tube leading down to the nectar? Short-tongued insects like flies and beetles simply can't reach the prize. Phlox saved its sweet reward for long-tongued beauties like butterflies, moths, and hummingbirds. Look at this cultivar, Garden Girl's Uptown Girl. The contrasted color isn't just for us. To a passing pollinator, the dark center glows like a neon sign saying, "Land here for dinner." When they insert their proboscis to drink, they carry pollen from flower to flower, fueling a highly specialized ancient partnership.
Because garden phlox originally grew in moist open spaces, they crave three things: sun, air, and water. To keep them happy in your garden, make sure they get at least 6 hours of direct sunlight and plenty of space. And remember their native roots. They like their soil rich and consistently moist, but they hate wet feet. Water from the base of the plant instead of overhead to keep the foliage happy.
Before cultivation, garden phlox was still stunning, but gardeners just had to accept powdery mildew. Late in the summer, leaves would often turn white and chalky, but today, modern breeding has solved that puzzle. Take the Luminary series, like Sunset Coral and Pink Lightning. Breeders work for years to develop plants with resistance to mildew. You get gorgeous, towering blooms with crisp, clean foliage all year round. They have also bred them to handle our increasingly unpredictable summer weather. Varieties like First Edition Grape Lollipop have thicker, stronger stems, so they don't flop over in summer storms. If you love a neat, tidy garden look, the Flame series is fully stocked, including Flame Pro Circes, Purple Eye, and the beautiful Flame Light Blue. And for smaller garden beds or gorgeous patio containers, the compact Super Ka-Pow White, Lavender, and Purple all give a solid wall of color on a shorter frame. We even have Cloudburst, Cotton Candy, and Coral Cream Drop.
For those who love the stories behind their plants, phlox has a rich history. It's one of North America's greatest exports. In the 1700s, European explorers sent the seeds back to England and France. Over the next 2 centuries, Europeans crossed all sorts of wild varieties until you got the dense clusters of flowers that became a staple in the cottage garden. As a matter of fact, if you look back at old photographs from the late 1800s, you'll often see tall clusters of phlox framing people's front porches. Meanwhile, back in North America, early settlers were using the original plants in herbal remedies. Phlox is a wildly versatile plant, and when you add it to your garden, you're continuing a rich heritage that spans hundreds of years. Thanks for spending some time with us today. If you enjoyed this video and wanted to learn more about the history and science behind phlox, be sure to leave a comment below. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you can get more stories behind the plants that you love. Thanks for joining, and happy planting.